Kayla Price here with Healthy Fit. I am a triathlete coach and wanted to talk to you a little bit today about timed trials and why it's important to go ahead and do these periodically as part of your training regimen. So today I am going to do a time trial. I'm going to do 20 minutes of swim, 40 minutes of bike, and 30 minutes of running, and I want to do these at a fast pace but sustainable at the same pace throughout the entire period. Why do you want to do a timed trial? Well, during the Ironman, or any triathlon for that matter, you want to be able to sustain your pace for the entire race. And for longer races, we don't want to bonk out early using up all of our glycogen storage because we have gone at a unsustainable pace. Typically, our glycogen storage will provide us with enough fuel for about 2 to 3 hours of racing without refueling. But we're running or racing a longer race, we need to be able to maintain a pace the entire day. And so your level of effort during that race isn't your all out pace, because you need to last for that entire race experience. In terms of swimming, if your race is in open water, this is generally going to be more difficult for a lot of people because of all the other variables compared to pool swimming. So it's important, if you're doing an open water swim, to practice open water swimming so that you can have that even sustainable pace in your swimming stroke. Practice with your wetsuit on because it is definitely a different experience. And I actually have this really cool tool that I use for my training called the virtual lap pool. This tool enables you to practice and simulate some of the drag that you would experience for open water swim from the comfort of your pool, which is great. And this is great not only because it simulates that drag, but it also enables you, even in a very small pool, to practice and train for your triathlon. So how it works is you have 2 buckets or 2 areas, sandbags or something on the sides of the pool that you clip this little contraption to. It clips on to each of the weights on the side of the pool, and then it has this resistance tubing which allows 24 pounds of force. So you clip on this belt after you have everything hooked up, and it will provide that drag. So after a 28-minute swim, you have simulated a 1 mile swim in the pool without having to do any flip turns, and it gives you that drag experience, and it's super affordable. It's $29 for this piece of equipment. If you want one, feel free to reach out to me and I can connect you and get you set up with that for your pool training. Because you're swimming, you really want to have your best effort but that even pace and feel confident. And most people, this is the hardest part of a triathlon, is the swimming. So the more practice you can get in the pool, the better. Then we want to do our biking at that hard pace and our run at the hard pace. Repeating this test every 4 to 6 weeks to assess improvement, tracking your heart rate. So I have my Garmin 735 XT, which is great for triathlon training because it's a one-click transition between events. And I have my pool heart rate monitor, which is going to give you that great tracking in the pool. I would definitely recommend using one of these to assess your intensity level and tracking your heart rate during these events so that you can do the calculations, or you can have a coach calculate what your heart rate should be during your training sessions to get comfortable with this appropriate pace. So the idea is behind this is that over time we can lower our heart rate, and when we're training at this lower zone, at this pace that's comfortable all day, we will be able to burn fat as our energy source and not tap into the glycogen as quickly, depleting that source early in the race, because that will definitely impact your performance and possibly even your ability to finish. So for most races, if it's a long endurance race like a triathlon, an Ironman, an ultra running race, we want to work in the 80 to 90% of our heart rate zone throughout the race to be able to tap into our fat stores, because most of us, that is unlimited energy source, whereas that glycogen, once it's depleted, it takes a while for your body to rebuild that. And so being able to monitor that pace and performing at a pace that you can complete all day will improve your success rate in your triathlons, and really it will make your race so much better, because your body will feel better when you're not running on empty early in the game. Feel free to reach out to me with your triathlon or ultra running race questions. I'll be happy to answer those questions. Thanks for watching.